What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Interest, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit every single button you could hit. Hype the video for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. So according to Legendary, one of HBO Legendary analysts, one of the best to ever do it, calling the sport of boxing. Notice what I said, calling the sport of boxing, not knowing the sport of boxing, just calling it. Okay, so don't get it twisted. Me saying the guy's one of the best to ever do it, calling the sport, like calling the fights, doesn't make him an expert when it comes to predicting the fights. Because he just did a crazy prediction right now, and that's what we're going to go ahead and talk about. Jim Lampley, the legend himself. Man, I used to enjoy the HBO commentary from Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant. Those two guys together, their commentary was second to none. I honestly used to enjoy it because they were old school, and they, sometimes they would criticize certain fighters I didn't like, but just hearing them talk about boxing, the passion they had for it, it was just fun to listen to and watch. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, Jim Lampley had a bold prediction or a crazy theory. He says David Benavidez can one day go up to heavyweight and challenge OLEKSANDR UYSK for the heavyweight title and get the upset. That sounds far-fetched, doesn't it? But I remember when we used to say that about Usyk himself. We used to say Usyk can't go up and beat Anthony Joshua, or let alone a Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder will crush OLEKSANDR UYSK. Remember when we used to say that? But let's not forget, I'm not saying David Benavidez actually beats Usyk. No, Usyk's a great fighter. David can't beat Usyk in my opinion. So let me get straight to the point. David can't beat Usyk, but I think he can give him a good fight, but I don't think he beats him. But anyway, damn, I forgot what I really wanted to say because I wanted to get straight to the point. Well, anyway, let's try to see if we can get it. Oh yeah, a lot of people kept saying that about Usyk. They said Usyk can't compete with a Joshua. He can't compete with a Wilder. Wilder would knock him out. Usyk went up, became undisputed at cruiserweight, and he went up to heavyweight, and he didn't look too good versus Derek Chisora, his first fight. But then after that fight, he rebounded and he kept looking good, and then he had the controversial fight with Daniel Dubois where he caught that body shot and went down. A lot of people thought he lost. They thought it was a knockout. The referee gave him extra time to recover. But overall, Usyk been great, right? Somehow, Jim Lampley believe this guy, David Benavidez, can go up there and challenge the likes of Usyk. I mean, David Benavidez is a heavyweight, naturally. He did come down in weight from heavyweight to 168. I don't know how he was able to do that, but he was able to do that. So he's been a heavyweight since he was a kid, so eventually we might see him a heavyweight. He's talking about going to cruiserweight to fight Zordo. So we'll see. If he goes to cruiserweight, heavyweight is like right around the corner. Heavyweight's right around the corner. So a fight with him and Usyk is a huge fight. Usyk versus David is a huge fight in the future. If Usyk is still around and David goes up to heavyweight, it's a huge fight. But do I think David wins that fight? I don't think any version of David beats Oleksandr Usyk. I just don't see it. Usyk will just be too much for him. The angles, the footwork, the hand speed. You know, and the crazy thing about it, both of these guys are high volume puncher. I don't think David Benavidez is used to fighting somebody with a high volume as well. Somebody that matches your volume, and they use angles, and they move. They're not going to be right there all day for you to counter or hit them. They're going to move, use angles, spin you. They're going to do a lot of stuff that David, it's not going to be prepared for. You know, but I mean, it's wishful thinking from Jim Lampley. Me personally, as of right now, I just don't see. I think David Benavidez, he's one of my favorite Mexican fighters right now. But I just think that's just a step too far. Usyk has proven to be an all-time great fighter. David is still making his way. You know, he recently did an interview where he says he wants to be mentioned in that conversation of a Usyk and a Terrence Crawford in a new way. Beating Usyk would definitely put him in that conversation for sure. But can he beat Usyk? Absolutely not. That's just a little far-fetched from Jim Lampley. I just don't see it. I think he can go up there and give Usyk a run for his money for a little bit, for as long as it lasts. Shit, I think Usyk might stop his ass. I think Usyk might stop him. But we'll never know. We'll never know. The fight may never happen. But anyway, what do you guys think about a future fight with David Benavidez and Oleksandr Usyk? How do you see that fight playing out? Do you like David Benavidez' chances? Or do you believe he gets stopped? Like, I think there's a huge possibility Usyk stops him. You know. That's how I see it. I think it's a huge possibility Oleksandr Usyk knocks him out. But if he doesn't, he can give Usyk a run for his money. Can he win? No, I don't see him winning. You know, when these fights get announced, I can already see a winner. A fight like that, I only see one winner, and that's Usyk, in my opinion. I mean, it is what it is. Maybe, I don't know, maybe David could do something to change my mind as of right now. No, not really. But like I said, what do you guys think about that fight? What do you think about David Benavidez' last fight versus Anthony Yard? I thought that was impressive. I didn't think he was going to destroy him like he did. I thought it was going to be a much competitive fight, but it is what it is. You don't get paid for overtime. David went in there and he did what he had to do. It is what it is. Your boy, no interest, and I'm out.